In our lives, jumbled with the relentless buzz of social examinations and the persevering quest for outside approvals, the antiquated apathetic insight gently murmurs, "Center around yourself." It's a repeating call to return to our own shores, to the internal sanctum where our actual power lies. Immaculate by the turbulent oceans of cultural assumptions and passing patterns, this wisdom, deeply established in emotionlessness, shows us the craft of securing ourselves in the ideals of mindfulness, self-control, and self-improvement, advising us that the only area truly under our influence is our own psyche and actions. Envision briefly exploring the huge expanse of existence with the undaunted determination of an indifferent. It's not about wearing a shroud of detachment or withdrawing from the world, rather, it's about recognizing where our genuine impact lies. The Stoics, with their significant comprehension of human instinct and the operations of the universe, knew that genuine satisfaction and achievement are not found in that frame of mind outside, but rather in the quiet inside. They believed in zeroing in on oneself not for the purpose of narcissism but as the way to accomplishing a good and meaningful life. Notwithstanding outside conditions, this apathetic securing, when applied to the setting of our examinations and individual undertakings, becomes a powerful tool. It urges us to turn the focus inward, to examine our intentions, desires, and actions. Are we pursuing grades, awards, and recognition for their own purpose, or are we truly engaged in the process of learning, growing, and becoming better versions of ourselves? Apathy trains us to appreciate the journey itself, to find happiness in the act of learning, and to embrace the challenges and losses as opportunities for growth. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with images of perfection and success, where every achievement seems to be measured against the measuring stick of online entertainment preferences and followers, the indifferent act of focusing on oneself becomes an act of resistance. It's a statement that we're not affected by the fleeting tides of popularity or cultural approval but are grounded in our own values, goals, and the pursuit of wisdom. So as we set out on this journey of self-center, let us channel the indifferent outlook. Let us remind ourselves that while we may not have control over the situations that transpire around us, we hold the rules to how we perceive them, react to them, and allow them to deeply influence our lives. It's in this internal fortification, nourished by mindfulness and self-control, that we find our true potential and the path to real success and happiness. And as always, showing your support is easy and free. Hit the subscribe button if you appreciate our content. Let's continue our exploration of aloofness together. Music, why spotlight on yourself? Understand the importance of focusing on yourself. Apathy, an old school of thought, sets a significant yet straightforward premise. Our power lies within our ability to govern our internal states rather than being influenced by external conditions. This philosophy provides a solid anchor in the wild ocean of life, especially when we're navigating the domains of intellectual pursuits and self-improvement. Let's unravel this further. In the garden of your life where you're both the gardener and the cultivator, apathy trains us to focus on nurturing our plot of land. Each of us is given a plot, our mind, our abilities, our true potential, and it truly depends on us to tend to it. The external world, with its tornado of distractions, opinions, and noise, often pulls us from this fundamental task. We find ourselves overwatering sunflowers while neglecting others or perhaps focusing too much on the weeds. Apathy teaches us that the strength of our garden, our prosperity, truly depends on how we allocate our resources, our time, attention, and energy. Understanding the importance of focusing on oneself goes beyond mere self-care. It's about recognizing the essential role of mindfulness and self-control in achieving a balanced, fulfilling life. When we pour our energy into nurturing the aspects of our lives that align with our deepest values and aspirations, we cultivate a garden that thrives in all seasons. This doesn't mean shutting out the world. Rather, it involves making intentional choices about where our attention goes, ensuring we're not squandering our resources on endeavors that don't serve our growth or happiness. When it comes to studying and personal achievement, applying apathetic principles means prioritizing our intellectual and spiritual growth over external accolades. It's about embracing the process of learning with curiosity and facing challenges with resilience, viewing setbacks not as failures but as stepping stones to greater understanding and strength. This mindset changes the way we approach our studies and goals, shifting the focus from achieving for external validation to learning and growing for our own fulfillment. The indifferent act of focusing on oneself is also an act of liberation. It frees us from the tyranny of external expectations and the fear of judgment, allowing us to pursue our authentic paths with courage and integrity. By cultivating an inner fortress of calm reasoning, reflection, and deliberate action, we not only enhance our own lives but also become beacons of stability and wisdom in a volatile world. Practical strategies to focus on yourself. The apathetic principles of understanding what is within our control and relinquishing what isn't form the bedrock of practical strategies to cultivate a life of purpose, clarity, and contentment. These strategies are not merely theoretical, they are tangible paths that lead us to harness our inner strength and navigate the world with equanimity and focus. The Stoics teach us the virtue of mindfulness, the keen insight into our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about taking a moment to pause and reflect, to look inward and ask ourselves what truly matters to me. What are my values, and how do my actions align with them? This reflective practice is not a one-time task but a continual course of realignment, ensuring that we're not drifting aimlessly but steering our ship with intention and purpose. In the realm of studying and self-improvement, this means setting goals that resonate with our deepest desires and pursuing them with determination and perseverance, all the while remaining adaptable to the ebb and flow of change. Building resilience for a relationship with oneself is akin to fortifying a fortress within, where our authentic identity and our values are shielded against the onslaught of external pressures and expectations. It involves cultivating habits and routines that nurture our physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Whether it's making time for meditation, engaging in physical exercise, or dedicating moments to hobbies and interests that uplift our spirit, these practices are the bricks that form the foundation of our inner fortress. The indifferent act of journaling is another powerful tool in our arsenal. By putting pen to paper, we externalize our thoughts and reflections, providing a mirror to our inner world. This exercise not only clarifies our thoughts but also aids in unburdening the mind, allowing us to confront our fears, celebrate our triumphs, and articulate our intentions. It's a dialogue with oneself where the noise of the world fades into the background, leaving us with the clarity and serenity of our own voice. In the pursuit of focusing on ourselves, we're also reminded to practice self-compassion. The key to personal growth is paved with challenges and setbacks, and it's here that the Stoic counsel of kindness toward oneself becomes crucial. We're encouraged to treat ourselves with the same understanding and forgiveness that we would offer a dear friend, recognizing that perfection is an illusion and that